Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So here I'd like to explain about step 1 till 15 about the variable ROA, NPF, CAR, and FTR based on the CIMB Niaga Bank. So here for the step 1, the chart of the analysis of the Islamic bank here uh, included the variables ROA, NPF, CAR, and FTR. So here is the in general charts. Then for the step 2 is the here is the one of the example in unit 2 of the standard deviation process making here. And this one is the simplified table of the standard deviation of each variable in every year. And this one is the base year of this period, 2022 till 2025. So the base year here is 2023 for all of the variables. Then for the step 4 here, it's about the calculation of the FAR and ROA. The FAR of ROA, NPF, and CAR and FTR. And this one is the simplified table of the average of the VAR and weight of each variable in every year here. So we are with the grade 1, and this one is the base year. And for the step five, it is different from the step 2. So here's there's a changing of the index aggregation and for calculation. So without including the standard deviation. So wait, let me give you the okay, this one is the step 2 here. It has different, it has the changing calculation between the index aggregation and the step 2 here, there's no VAR calculation. So here's the step 5, has different number. Next for the step 6 here. So here, the matrix analysis. So in the market analysis table formula related to the weight of the rank table in which every asset, one rank will be plus 2.0 like this, for example, and INPF here. And then if it is so we check it first. Okay, ROA here is above the NPF. So will be plus 2. The value will be 3.00. And the descent one rank becomes 0.33. For example, this one ROA to NPF, or the NPF becomes 0.33. And descent two ranks, for example, like this one, INPF here to ICAR, NPF here, and then CAR need to descend 2 ranks here. So it will be 0.2. And for descent 3 ranks, when 0.14. And it has this one, the CAR, ACAR to the ROA. This one is there normalized in this table, and then also make the consistency table as well, as you can see here. There is the lambda max, consistency index, Random index, consistency ratio. Therefore, the step 7 here. This one is the Pranger EViews results. I use EViews for making Pranger result here. And then this one is a matrix value, in which if it is less than 1% means that it is very high. If it is more than 10% means that low influence, or even can be no influence anymore. So as you can see here, this is the matrix percentage here. Then the normalize also here. And the identity matrix and normalize if inverse from above here. All right, so the next step will be step 8 here. We calculate the upper threshold and also the lower threshold here. So I found that the value of the threshold is 1.38, means that the and this one is IROA. If the IROA is positive, means that the signal will be 1. If it is the ion, if the value of the variables, if it is negative, so the signal will be 0. And will be opposite with the lower threshold. in which if the value of the threshold is negative 1.38 here, so make it like negative. So if the upper threshold is positive, and the upper threshold will be negative. So if it is negative, means that it will be have the opposite value. If it is the value of the variables is positive, so the signal will be zero. And also as vice versa, if it is negative, become the signal is one. So then the step 9 here, it is different with step 8, in which we add the NPFHP value here also as the same like the lower threshold here. And for the step 10 here, there's the indicator in which the matrix here. Yes for the signal as a signal, and then C is crisis here. Yes for signal and yes for crisis means that you need to give A here. And also, if it is yes signal and no crisis means that B. And no signal, or yes for crisis means that C. No signal and no crisis means that D. So for example, like D, it's here. So for the step 11, needed to fulfill the criteria of the quality database, which is the first is lowest QPS, and then the lowest GSB, and also the minimum loss function. And here are the the value that is fulfilled with those criteria in both the upper and lower threshold. And for step 12 here, the formula here, the vulnerability, it is ROA is upper than the threshold, upper threshold, more than the upper threshold. And then if the tolerance here, RA is more than average here, of course. And also RA upper than, more than the upper threshold, sorry, less than upper threshold. And if expected here, IROA will be less than the average here. And RA will be more than the lower threshold. And if the stagnant and strict here, our IROA will be less than the lower threshold. And also has the same like this. It will be added the standard deviation, also mean. Mean means that average for this all of them, all of those value here. So here's the example of the graph from the ROA index data, start from this period. Then for the step 13, so what makes it different? So in step 13, it is use the real data, not the index data. So here's the example from the ROA. And here's the graphic. All right. Then for the step 14 here, there's the colors identity. This one expected is yellow, tolerance green, vulnerability pink, and the stigma will be blue. This one. And for the, sorry, this one should be step 15. Step 15 here is all of those summary here. So it will be making easier to analysis. All right. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.